wizards. Blowing lies make visibility pour like blizzards. What up, X? Yo. You two trolls catch my scimitar blade and turn snitch. Your man is your dog and your homegirl a bitch. Inquisition lies turn high priestess to witch. Burned at the stake, cooked like fish Escovitch. COINTELPRO are not pros but rookies. TikTok program makes young girls shake their cookies. Transgenders wanna be called proper pronouns. D-Wade's son turned daughter, pawn of the order. Used for the rituals, niggas wearing capris. Slam dunk champ shorts are way above his knees. By yourself with 3 masks on, that's a disease. Most of y'all are crack fiends for vaccines. Giving passes to perv clones like Weinstein, while in your favorite actor had property on Epstein Island. Hollywood Kazaj, tribe of 13 wizards. Blowing lies make visibility pour like blizzards. With sins greater than 55 miles per hour, stupidity will surely get your minds devoured. Using your soul to quench the thirst of diabolic devils, then ignorance would rise past hyperbolic levels. Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in? Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in?
I put your head on the water and show you what's important. You need air, of course, and more will appear. Anywhere I stand, Morocco is there. So no matter where I stand, my rights will be clear. The law of the land, signed by the air. Ooh, the true air. Ownership, caught up in color, you disown the ship. A black star with black people in it. Ship Garvey away before Julie boarded it. That's a smart plan by some hybrids. But the birds still fly with a message. A flag of culture, heritage. American Republic. Feeling like Carthage. You driving cars, I'm riding elephants. You thinking nothing relevant. Black before every statement, you're an agent. Need I say more? I'm in 7-Eleven. You're thinking corner stores. Human rights declared, but how they corner yours?
Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in? Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in?
We do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, more rich Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. No, it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Had a disadvantage, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity, never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young Vietnam. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Moved out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, taking back Guam. With that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now the present vibration sound is on. We do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, more rich Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. No, it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Had a disadvantage, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Moved out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, taking back Guam. With that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now the present vibration sound is on. It's on.
Don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great. Get me the stay. Great masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This love don't get me the bread. Yo, Mars don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count him many times I'll try and break you? Try to got a great clue. Struggle size 8 shoot. Mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state truth. I'm plotting my escape of day rules, day schools, day jewels. They couldn't help my shine like chemicals. I'm at the top of my class on the pedestal. I throw that letter to that's HB number 2. And keep my name out your mouth unless it's about to spread my youth. Quarter come up with the money that you run up in this crow game. Turn up in my young guards, aim and shoot with your lame excuse. No, I'm never dead. This a 4-4 sound system, level that. Yo, you only talking fiat where your levels at. This is God body, show me where the devil at. I'll let you read what this life about. We the lawmakers, architects, and still they doubt. We keep it factual, we make the science practical. They love to hate the natural. Pain with the gain, no clout. A little fam couldn't stray, I remain on route. I move mountains, earthquakes on speakers. Something off the counting, these occurrences, they speechless. For the world, I'm the teacher. I'm sure like the beaches, keeping everything du jour. I'm the one with the features that they envy. We the reason that they seek us to take us out every season. So, Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great. Get me the stay. Drake the masterpiece. The master's trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Why am I in this?
Good. Good. Goddess outstanding, keeps order, she du jour. I thought Orisha Omega deity, she a more. Amongst the elite, both relate to the poor. She command the fleet first to step on the shore. Snooze never sleep, won't hear me snore.
Hey yo, play me once, you'll never snake me twice. Break this smoke and never save my life. Never rolling with that piece, so respect my life. Respect my life, yo. Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great. Get me the stay. Drake the masterpiece. The master's trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like the masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Yo, Morris don't give it away. Respect my life. 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 Hello. ¿Cómo está? Hey. You know the PM studio, man. 799 Premier Road. Yeah, throw it. Hello. Buenas noches.
He said, easy on the more vibe, stay neutral. Played this for Bobby Dre, got his approval. He said, I know this is what you do, but give him more mass appeal, like Guru. Stay with the positivity, I know it's crucial, but be more versatile. Not what you're used to, but being more is versatile. It's irrefutable, but I hear your position will be tops, not usual. Said he'd respect my decision, but it's your funeral. Not in so many words, not so brutal. Now it's on to more nouns and verbs, back to my cubicle. Most of what these fools talk is absurd, not suitable. Code no rules not applied, unconstitutional. Living off that first lie, too delusional. I'm looking from a bird's eye, so beautiful. What happened when an unstoppable meets an immovable?
Read my name like some hieroglyphs marching across the front page like I'm top rank sergeant. Some tell me that I'm Omeg marking, but the ridges of my brain are the mounds that you walking, talking on while you breaking. No building on my ambiance. I'm in the soil, having flashbacks of restless dawns, training thoughts just to keep me calm. Preparing for this era, hazy storms, cause these young cats can rarely form. A click so heavy, listen, they gon' leave about 4 navies form. I'm teaching sacred forms, so the lineage is stronger for a few more Lawrence, a few more Garveys, a few more Tubmans. What's the outcome? Living in the wild, wild west with a black gun in the pale hand, killing brown man. Woman, don't cry, get your mind right. Ready for your man hand. Past, present, future, all tried it through the land, huh? Pressure on my head for the fan. I got my heart racing in my chest. For who I got to pass my baton on next. Got these hearts in the streets with sadness. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream. Pushing for the team, Lord. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream. Dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for the team. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for the dream, Lord. Pushing for the crazy when I think about dream, live to sing about how my mama brought me up, true warrior. The street showed love, and the hood was the glorious. Sat with the teachers who made me notorious. Source code to trust, the source code's messages I reckon with. Needed like the breath in my lungs, no damage. With Olacoon swimming from the bottom of the sea with the package. Powers I invoke like a typhoon. You gotta find room where to fit me in this lethal madness. Cause your property is property, commanded by monopoly. I gotta make it so my seed's established.
Said wasn't really feeling some of my projects firsthand. Told him you're entitled to your opinion, you a grown man. And ain't much I'm really about to change, I got my own plan. He said let me run it through the plugins and some programs. Now it's mix and master, played it back. He said oh damn, just the critical nature of the master they call James Sang. Had a revelation, evolution of his own, man. Told me the tracks open up his mind, put him in a zone, fam. Took a little while, but then finally hit home, bam. Said he'd do anything to help, you're my bro, man. Felt like I had to celebrate, smoked the whole gram. Then he said, when you gonna sign up with Soul Can? Told him, hold on, wait, yo, I think I heard my phone rang. Took me off my high, you're a destroyer like Conan. But now you see the vision, the longevity, said I know, man. So let's get it done, press for time, shit is so cramped. Hard to maneuver, in all this epic snow, man. Firm meditation, practice 18 hands on low hand.
Got these hearts in the streets with sadness. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream. Pushing for the team, Lord. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream. Dream, Lord. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for the team. Pushing for a dream, Lord. Pushing for the dream, Lord. Pushing for the team.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gate Cemetery, February the 4th day. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a literal lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Sabir, prepping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J, Israel. And over you I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astro plane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finish him.
Morris Lamar, key man or oracle, using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost and metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves, activating Kundalini, Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini, Selassie I in exile, reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real, all I see is false evidence, DA are feminists, stomped on by elephants, more like no prejudice but want Moorish benefits, when you feel the cold magnetic resonance, Apis horns of the sacred book called Maleficent, great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness, no pestilence, ace all the testaments, tap into remembrance, never to forget again, use energy right, not put spell effects on men, wandering the earth plane with no day live shades, keeps you a mental slave, as the horizon rise and fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quickie. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations, more comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
Islam Moors. Peace and love to all the Moors. Peace and love to all the Moors. We're here. Oh yeah, let me just do this too, so that nobody can say. Nobody can say we didn't give them an opportunity. So if you got a testimonial where Sabir Bey played you, just push that link right there and come on and speak your mind. Come on and speak your mind. When people start lying for no reason, well, it's for a reason, but when people start lying, you have to wonder who they with. We have to wonder who these people are with. We gotta wonder who these people are with.
Put up a comment and say I want 20,000. It should be more than 20,000. More than 20,000. So the reason why I said that about Philadelphia is because I don't live in Philly. I know Cujo and them, their money's running low because they're ripping people off. But when you moving around, it gets costly after a while.
Now you could just go to Canaanland Moors. You could go to Canaanland Moors YouTube under playlists and go to Cujo L's playlist. And when you go to the Cujo L lectures playlist, you'll see that the lectures on there aren't in Canaanland. They're other places, including Philly, where this guy's saying he's going to do a tour and all that. Right? I've lectured near Philadelphia. I've lectured there. Moors invited me out there to lecture, and all the masters were there. Grand Sheik Nature was there. Taj Street Bay was there. Ras Mariah Bay is there. Setonra Bay is there. Moors who you don't even know about. Moors who you even see on videos right now talking crazy about Cujo, who were there at Cujo's lecture. So I've made my rounds. Right? And in making my rounds, all I ask you to do is pay for the fare for me to get wherever, and give me couch, floor, get a hotel, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You got how much ever people where you're at, let's go. Anywhere, go check anybody where we went to do a lecture. Representing Moor Science Temple of America, taking the tour. You ever do a Moor Science Temple of America tour? You don't want to recognize that tour. We're going to recognize 20 grand for some Philly tour around some one area that, again, Moors there already did that for nothing near 20,000 notes. Nothing near 20,000. And Moors came from other places there, and they didn't spend 20,000 to go to the tour. Nowhere.
Islam, Grand Sheik.
When Islam Moor,
Just to add on too, you can go on Ross Ben's channel on YouTube right now, and he has a couple of Philly tours on his channel right now that he's done. I mean, as recent as 2 months ago, he's doing lectures on Philly, and right on his YouTube channel, Ross Ben. He's been doing them for years. This ain't new to him, and nothing. He's doing a tour, a mystic tour, coming up the 19th of this month. He's doing it in so-called DC. He's doing a mystic tour. It costs 25 notes to go, each person. It would have been 15, but because he got a van, it cost an extra $10 more. I was dying laughing. I said 25. I said $20,000. And Roz Ben is asking for an extra 10 notes just so he can rent the van. And all I keep thinking, he could play the commercial on his channel right now.
And people are talking about fly places. This Moore's getting a van to take people to the thing. And then you're not going to go to that. You're still going to go and support other people who you shouldn't be supporting because it's about your downfall if you support them. But you don't want to hear what we're saying because we're talking against our brothers, and Moors are supposed to be in unity with Moors because the prophet said, FOH. That's what the prophet said. That's why he left these Moors. Because they're about nothing. Yeah. He's, I'm going to go to the soul plane and get some real work done for these Moors who, fourth and fifth generation, like he told these Moors, are going to be the ones, which is you and me and everybody else who's coming after us. We're the ones who are going to be taking this to wherever it's going. It's not going to be these people who've been playing temple for the past 80 years and did nothing. It's going to be the ones who've been doing it for uplifting our people. If they're not doing it for uplifting our people, they're opportunists. If they're not, if every time they talk, they got to give you their cash app, they're opportunists.
Every time.
As soon as 10 minutes pass and they said their cash app 3 times, it's time to get off that and go somewhere else. It's not sit there still. Oh, well, you know, well, I'm not going to put any finance to it, so I'm going to listen to it. No. About people, man, I don't watch his stuff. I told you, we're already in our lane. We don't give a F what anybody does. All we know is we're in our lane. I don't care what anybody else does. We have our lane that we're in. We ain't got any issues. Everything's going good in our lane. I don't care what anybody else is doing. We've been on our task of getting our people to know about this. Canaanland Moors could say that we told some people about this. Moors near Canaanland, they're on the bus telling people about this info. They're at their slave telling people about this info. Not just Moors online, and then when they're not online, they're not Moors. Because this is a birthright to them. It's a right. And then Drew Ali pointed all this stuff out to you. You don't play dumb, like you don't know what's going on. Or maybe you don't know what's going on because nobody told you about Drew Ali. But they told you about all the other BS that has absolutely nothing with you getting out of the mess that you're in. And of course, we're doing this because we have to put it on the record that Drew Ali's the man. And yes, we give honors to all the master teachers, but the master teacher is Noble Drew Ali. Ain't nobody over him. No one's over him. No one's over him. everyone is subordinate to Noble Drew Ali. Right? So this is Tuesday. You read the Tuesday night instructions from Noble Drew Ali. Just because we have more literature and all that, and it's not, it says Tuesday and today is Tuesday. No, we could have read this anytime. It just happens to be today. It's actually Tuesday, and we're talking about this thing, and it's actually Tuesday today. Don't get blown away. We ain't even touched Noble Drew Ali's stuff yet. All we said was Tuesday, and you're going nuts already. And then if you're really on game, you're like, whoa, the song before this said that it was going to happen on Tuesday, and you realize that you've been in our lane. You're in our vortex right now. You're in the vortex of the Moors who've been revolving with Canaanland Moors since 2008. With no BS. No grand Sheikh Kudra, because when he told me whatever, and then he got kidnapped, and then I'm going to blame him, not blame the colonizers that kidnapped me.
Yeah.
Well, he should have called them and told them that I'm a national, and what? You don't know you're a national yet? You need Grand Sheik to verify that you're something? I thought.
But you have done that, though.
Dead and all that stuff. I thought priesthood is dead. Priesthood is dead, and you're still looking for priests to lead you down the road of the whatever. You're not taking the path. Pass right there. Drew Ali laid the stuff. We already told you it ain't about anybody else but Drew Ali. Honors. The more we recognize, Grand Sheik and all that stuff, and use it how they're supposed to use it, honors. But priesthood is dead. You're Grand Sheik. You better be. You better be a divine minister. if you think you're not getting out of this thing that these people have around your neck right now, and you're on your tiptoes on the box. It's your own who's not going to bring up Noble Drew. They bring up KRS-One more than they bring up Noble Drew Ali.
Absolutely.
Until you honors conscious, this and that, and we're Moors or whatever. They're big. KRS-One more than Noble Drew Ali. All these years, same thing. All these years, all these Moorish MCs played nobody. KRS-One only for years. All these Moorish MCs out here. It doesn't have to be Kudro that he plays. Don't even play me. But there's other Moors who rhyme or whatever. You didn't play none of their stuff. All you play all these years, Mr. Radio, whoever, and all that. All he played for you is KRS-One all these years. And you tell me he honors Moors?
The regular radio don't even play him that much.
Regular radio. People who are, they were standing next to KRS-One on the stage, don't play KRS-One more than this guy.
Yep.
Like he's the all and be all of hip hop or something. Maybe to that guy, which, I don't even know what the big deal is, because when KRS-One had a show here, and I went to the show and told KRS-One, Sabir Bey told me to come to your show. And I'm just here to tell you that Sabir sent me, peace or whatever like that. Yo, peace, brother. Yeah, so where's Sabir? What do you mean, where's Sabir? No, how come Sabir's not here? You're here, but where's he at? The hell are you asking me where he's at? I don't care where he's at. I'm just here to give you my book or whatever like that. Oh no, I gotta go perform right now. I can't take that right now. And then he went on stage and go perform for all these Europeans.
Oh.
because the hip hop scene is like that out here. That you might go to a hip hop show, and it's only going to be Europeans there. Hip hop show. So KRS doesn't even care about Moors.
No, he's a straddler.
He doesn't care about and your
all that junk about Freemasonry, secret societies, and he's an honorary member himself. That's a straddler. He's playing both sides of the fence.
And don't get crazy or whatever like that. And then, oh my gosh, he's more. No. We have our lessons from Noble Drew Ali that we're not Negro, black, or colored. We're Moors. So like the master teacher who taught all these Moors, Taj Tariq Bey, told all these Moors on 125th Street with Dr. Reggie and all the conscious other jokers out there that anyone who calls our people black is a traitor and a sellout. Anyone. If you know the truth about our nationality and birthrights, that we're Moors, and you're telling us some BS about we're something other than Moors, they're a traitor and a sellout to you and your nation and your offspring.
Yeah.
But we're not even dealing with those traitors. We're dealing with the ones on our side of the nation that thought that this was only a joke and unreal, and they're going to play KRS-One more than they talk about Noble Drew Ali, but they got bait. They got bait even on passport, and they still don't give Noble Drew Ali honors. As if he's not the reason why they got bait on the passport. Who else told you about bays in America? And that you're connected to them, and all you got to do is proclaim that to tie yourself to them. Who told you? Who told you that other than Noble Drew Ali? Now keep in mind these instructions. You see what happened today, don't you? Every temple and head is to function by words, deeds, and actions, imitating the prophet, especially when teaching a group of Moors, any group of Moors. These are the general laws. The supreme laws will be handed to you tomorrow night. The Supreme Council will be chosen tomorrow, consisting of 7 men, tried and true, accepted by you according to their works, to their words, works, and deeds. The head of all temples are to give an account once a month of all finance into the grand body, and the grand sheik, grand sheikess, governor, and grand governor of any said temple are to work hand in hand and intercede that the prophet is the law. They are to know they are part of the law and must obey. The heads of all temples are to by force refrain from all wrath words, profanity in the mildest form from his members. They must live the life of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and refrain from all alcoholic liquors or any other harmful things that will terminate to destroy peace or any other of the divine principles. They are not to contribute to anything that will cause the public to disagree with he or she. And for one to lead a group of Moors, you must keep your house clean with good deeds, kind words. Your wives, brothers must hear good words, kind words, and must know of your good deeds. If there are children, you must see to their support. Follow this divine principle. For if you don't restrict to this divine principle, then you are not a true Moor. And the heads are not to charge for membership, or to overthrow, or to overcharge for cards, buttons, or for anything issued by the prophet, Those who contribute to either of the preceding are not Moors, but robbers. Membership, sisters and brothers, is free, not only here, but all over the world. The button is 25 cents. Card, 25 cents, and 1 month's dues is paid. Every member pays 50 cents a month for dues. This money goes towards the support of the temple. This, if not paid, does not, listen. This, if not paid, this, if not paid, does not entitle you to the protection that is provided for you, and especially if you are not working or in the position to work. If you neglect to fulfill this small duty assigned to you, how can you rightfully expect money or other help when you are sick or otherwise disabled? And to be a real Moorish leader, you must study the Quran and the divine constitution that is handed on to you by either prophet. The head of any temple can maintain an emergency fund, which cannot exceed the amount from 25 cents to 50 cents a week per member. All public collections and dues also go to the support of the temple and its domestic work. All public collections and dues also go to the support of the temple and its domestic work. The head of every temple must by law obey the word of the prophet. And if any head, leader, or head of any temple fails to obey these laws, embezzlement is his charge and is subject to enforcement of the law by the grand body. And the penalty may be a fine or removal from office or being placed under a very heavy restriction of the law. Supreme words of the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. So any Moors who contribute to either of the preceding, selling stuff for the people and all that, whatever it is, just selling for no reason, no holy covenant. Brother and sister in turmoil, hit them for 1,500 still. Any Moors contributing to that? They're not Moors, they're robbers. And what you playing unity games with robbers? That's what you're saying? You're playing unity with robbers. Then you want to know how come stuff's not getting better? They're not realizing because it's your incompetence. All right. Because we have to deal with the BS. Because we already know what's up. People are violating you. And they're calling themselves Bay. They're going to play KRS-One more than they talk about Noble Drew Ali for years. And you're telling me these people are honorable. There's a lot more.
Put up a comment. and say I want 20,000,
Islam.
Yeah, more peace.
I just can't get over the polite scheme that's going on now in the guise of nationality. Like, that's why I'm glad you're reading what you're reading, because he's using the 20,000 because he's saying traveling expenses gets expensive to travel. Like, that has nothing to do with the nation. But then he says last time that he's a businessman. So literally he's taking, you know, so this is how I look at it. You drowning and somebody got a life jacket and he's telling you 20 grand and I'll toss you the life jacket. No 20 grand, no life jacket. Because this everybody knows, Sabir knows this information. And that's the other thing. If he knows, like Grand Sheik was saying, when Taj was out there and said anybody calling anyone of Asiatic descent, Negro, Black, and colored is a sellout and a traitor to the nation, why would Sabir promote people like the Nation of Islam? Why would he promote people like KRS-One? KRS-One knew we was Moors before I knew we was Moors. He ain't never come out in his raps and say we was Moors and all of that stuff. Like in Noble Drew Ali, like I don't hear him going that way ever. And he been knew this information. Been knew. They all been knew. And none of them come out and say it. And he's another thing too, which I think he might have been sent because of the James Smalls when we stepped on his toes in the boule. Remember, him and James Smalls is buddy.
Yeah,
that's his man, James Smalls. So he might have been sent off of the fact because we killed him with that boule stuff and coming at James Smalls. James Smalls might have saw the video and had an attitude and sent Sabir. But that could have been, but the real evidence showed me when Amazite showed the man's numbers went down and it wasn't as high as it used to be. And then all of a sudden, he mentioned Cujo's name.
Yeah.
I just can't get over all of that because this came out of nowhere. Like the Canaanland Morris thing, like he knew he was in trouble once he said 20,000. He ain't stupid. He know he's not getting the 20,000. He just trying to get the subscribers and the viewership up. He don't really. It's not about the 20,000. It's about the viewership that Amazite showed us the other day. That's what he's about right now. Getting checks from YouTube. And like I told the Grand Sheik earlier, I thought it was funny how these people mentioned Taj, Canaanland Moors, and Rise of the Moors. None of these people who I just mentioned get any finance off of YouTube. But everybody on YouTube is mentioning them so they can make finance on YouTube. I thought that was amazing. Amazing. I yield the floor, Grand Sheik.
There's a lot more. If any more want to get in here, if you want to defend Cujo or defend Sabir, push the link. Hear what you have to say. Because there's no way.
The slander though. Why lie and say the Grand Sheik is struggling for funds? What's that about? Why the slander? Because that means nothing. Like we called you out because we saw what you was doing was crazy. So that's why you got called out. You're gonna get called out for the foolishness that you're doing. And he's trying to make it seem like, oh, Canaanland, Cujo must be struggling for notes. Okay. But and then that's the other thing. We all know Grand Sheik Cujo has a regular job. And we all know Sabir doesn't have a regular job. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That is known.
Known.
So like that doesn't make any sense.
Islam, Brother Tariq.
Peace and love. Peace.
Peace,
Islam.
Islam, Grand Sheik Islam. Man, I'm so glad you did this about a week or 2 weeks ago when all this popped up or whatever. I'm sitting there shaking my head and I'm like, man, this is the exact reason why 2-3 years ago I jumped off that. I used to be a faithful follower of that stupid ass podcast he had and all that shit. And as you said, you couldn't go 5 minutes without a damn Cash App or some shit KRS-One said. KRS-One suck at rhyming, number one. Number two, who was carrying that conscious crap ain't getting nobody nowhere. But I met with this brother at some Brother Jeff's Cultural Center in downtown Denver, like in late 2018, early 2019. I just sent you this email too, Grand Sheik, just explaining this. And like I said, just so happened, all of this was around that time when you were contacting me, warning me about another COINTELPRO person. I spoke to him about, I mentioned his or name and, the email or whatever. But that whole, and this class, these classes that he gave were entitled master classes. Okay, I'm geeked. I want to go. I'm there early. Me and another buddy, we there early. Want to talk to him, meet him, whatever. Man, we get there. As soon as we walk in the door, it's a donation box on the table. As soon as you walk in the door, and the entire 2.5 hour class was about him talking about his travels abroad and promoting and trying to sell a calendar with pictures from his travels from abroad. So like I said, coming into the knowledge newer at that time, I gave him the benefit of the doubt and hooked up with him or made arrangements to meet with him the next day, the few days later, whatever. I met him at a Starbucks, me and the same brother. I go with my backpack, composition book in hand. I'm ready to take some notes and, build with him, or so I thought. First thing out of his mouth before we even sat down is, he saw my composition book. I don't know what that's for unless you donate. We ain't doing that. Well, me and my brother looked at each other. I'm like, I kind of shrugged it off because at that time it's Sabir. I done seen you with ties. You talk the talk, but you ain't walking the walk. So we sit down. The female come out just with him. The second thing out of his mouth is, "Oh, don't worry about her. She gay." Wait, what the fuck? What? Nobody. Where'd that come from? Come to find out, she now got a baby by him. Nobody wasn't trying to hit on that girl or nothing like that at all. I was trying to build with the brother. Even then, donations was mentioned. Donations. So I just jumped on here real quick just to, I guess, high five, get on your tail, coach, and say, man, it's true. I don't know what. Just like the Rami sellout. The sellout shit is real. Ain't nothing else.
And just for our protection, keep in mind that's why you read the Noble Drew Ali stuff, so you see that it ain't us.
Yeah, and mentioning that, Grand Sheik, he didn't mention Prophet Noble Drew Ali not one time through any of that. Through the talking at Starbucks, through the 2.5 hour BS lesson about his travels to Cordoba and all that stuff, he ain't mentioned the Prophet not once. So I yield the floor. I wanted to give my 2 cents, man. It's crazy.
Islam, more. That was about $1. Give thanks, more. Brother Khalif.
Yes.
One more. Oh no, I'm just talking to the other one. If Brother Khalifa has anything to add on.
I sure do. Islam to the panel.
Yeah, boy.
I say, all praise to divine law, Allah. All praise to the Asiatic woman. All praise to Prophet Noble Ali. First thing first, according to all true and divine records, we are not Negro, black, or colored. Ethiopian, Spanish, Latino, Muslim, sovereign citizen, Hebrew, Israelite, none of that BS. We are Moors across the board. Does not matter what they say, nationality is still the order for the day. Again, all they're trying to do is deter on a large scale national principles out in the open because they supreme law of the land. Learn that. Learn jurisprudence. Learn the law. Sabir ain't trying to teach nobody nothing. He trying to get paid. He wasn't bragging about how much finance he made. He did that. He a sellout. He a turncoat, yo. It's obvious. All across the board, his language is connotation. All across the board. All you gotta do is listen to him. He talk like he on the street in a strip club with Meek Mills. He hate on the prophet, yo. The national principle. He know well this is the Moroccan Empire. That's congressional records. It's known across the board. He knows that. He's stealing from the people. It don't take no $20,000-$30,000 a tour in Philly. Y'all think about that honestly. Brother Ink got on the other day and did the math for us live. What it came out to be like $3,000 or $4,000, 5,000 fiat notes, the most. He's stealing. He playing with our birthrights on a large scale. But this is not an individual entity alone. This is the empire. Our dominion stretches from here all the way across the waters to Tripoli. That's why our authority reigns. And that's documented. I yield the floor.
It's a lot more.
I yield the floor.
He's more.
Because everybody already know what time it is. But I drill it in. We all gonna drill it in. Because it's our birthright. Nothing wrong with loving mom. She gave you life. Nobody saying not honor your father. We honor you, father. But mom, brothers here, belly button proved that. Even father got a belly button. And they playing sect religion down at them temples. Especially ones that's speaking publicly on media outlets, pretending talking about they identity thieves. How can they want to say that about Nation of Islam? Nation of Islam ain't no nation. All them are organizations. All them reincarnated wannabes. All you have to do is don't listen to nobody. Read a book. It's in the book. And you make your own judgment. But I guarantee you, you're going to find out everything is true that the Moors are saying. Across the board. Except them dirty Moors. Rod, talking about elf nationality. When Act 6 clearly said we all must proclaim our nationality. Kind of BS is he on? Nation. Great Seal is a nation of people. A nation of people. Let's get that clear. Think about that. Do some research on that. Y'all about to stand on your square. And the only way to do that is learn yourself. Because all the information is about you. Reconnecting you to national principles. Bring you back into the constitutional fold of government. Protecting you from all of these criminals that is occupying our country. If you don't go back into the constitution fold of government, they're going to continue to mistreat you with all of those tags, all of those social constructs. That's what they're trying to do. But the moment you stand on national principles, all that BS is out the door. They know it. To just stand on principles. And they criminals, they're going to do what they do. But you're going to be afraid of them or divine law? That's the question I got for everybody. I shake. Again, I hold the flow.
Islam.
Islam, Grand Sheik. Islam, soldier. Islam, soldier. That's right, Grand Sheik. That's right. Islam. I hold the flow. I hold the flow.
You have something to add, Brother Yusuf?
Islam. And it still bothers me too. Like Amazite was saying, I never heard him talk about the boule. And that's key to me, because the research that I have seen, they're one of the main issues with our nation is the sellout boule organizations who want to keep the suppression and the colonization of the Moroccan Empire alive. And he never mentions anything about that. Anything. Never. Never. I remember, and I'm pretty sure other Moors too remember that video with Sabir talking about he got a whole different social security number. I would never forget that. And I always wondered, how did he do that? I've never heard him explain that to anybody. Or even sell the package. Nothing. But he mentioned how he got a new social security number. And I think if he taught that, that could be very, very beneficial for Moors to be able to use that number and get different ones. Like, because I want to know how he did that. How did you get a new social? How did you do that? And it's still because, like the Moor was just going in on, this is about national principles, nationality, birthright, consanguinity. That's what and he knows that. If anything, he knows. He knows. He was one of the people who we saw when we first came into the knowledge. And then they just, like Robbie, same, like the brother said earlier, it's the same thing. They just switched on us. And it's like, where did this come from? But Sabir, we saw this coming years ago. Everybody basically saw Sabir switching up years ago. Before Rami, people was already done watching Sabir because he already had this Noble Drew Ali one time. And we lit it. And everybody, people said something, and then it went out of sight, out of mind. But he already did Noble Drew Ali. He already did that. And then got some views for that while he was trying to correct what he really said. I meant this and all of that. He was doing that for views too. He's not about uplifting fallen humanity. He about traveling to see the world and making calendars.
Right. And then another part of it is because, like you said, this is another one of the Moors that had this information before us, that because you're hanging around these individuals, there's a certain standard, certain way that you're going to be, because based on what's presented, when you go study it, we realize that, yeah, that, you know, what they presented was right and exact. Was right and exact. And then the switch up, that's the bothering part. Because they don't want, you know, you're always gonna have, you know, the sucker born every minute. So you're always gonna have somebody who's gonna be over there rallying. They're gonna have their troops that rally for them. We're talking about the thinking people. Talking the ones who really want to see something manifest before them, while they're in this existence, to show you that this is really where it's at for our people. Moors have had that experience already. Moors have gotten calls from the principal saying their son or daughter's the best in the whole school, because Moor science did that. Knowing the truth about nationality did that. All the Chinese and the Hindu students mad because now they're not it. Because the biggest deal is that as soon as you get just about to come over the top of the cliff, after you saved yourself, here comes your own. They'll kick you in the face talking about they want to steal your birthright.
That's the crazy part. That shit crazy, man.
European might see you and not even kick you in the face. Just watch you, pretend they ain't see you. But your one's gonna come give you the smush face. Make sure you fall off the cliff. Make sure. And again, all that is COINTELPRO, Boule, all that stuff that the people who ain't around anymore and all that we're talking about. That none of these people today, they're not even going there. They refuse to go there. But if they go there, then they're gonna have to start talking about rights. You start talking about rights and you're talking about people robbing you, it means they're violating your rights. And you're letting them. So if these people are going to get violated the rights, what do you think the elite are going to do seeing you allowing yourself to get violated by your own all the time and do nothing about it? Right? Moore sent the email. Brother Tariq sent the email of his dealings with this individual. Just as a sincere Moor who studies and want to learn, and then I get to meet somebody who is more learned than me. Yeah, you're gonna come with your books, your notepad and all that stuff, and you should have left with your notepad full of stuff. Not supposed to leave with nothing. He should have left with every DVD. He should have left with some books. He should have left with some pages of notes. He should have left with so much stuff that he didn't have to see Sabir, talk to Sabir again for at least another year, researching all the stuff that he should have got.
Islam, that's the thing, Grand Sheik. That's exactly what I anticipated, and that's all I wanted. That's it. That's it. I don't want you to give me nothing. Here, let's chop it up, share, speak, talk to me. I'm gonna take notes. That was it. That's all I wanted. Man, I sat down with that brother for like 20 minutes. I saw what he was about. I got my ass up and I left. I ain't got time.
That's crazy. That's just downright crazy. Well, yeah, speaking about crazy, so we can talk about this one too. So got a call from a mother today. This good more, sincere more, just, billing with a mother. And she starts talking about this crazy stuff with her going on with the consulate and all this. Lamont Butler L and all that. Consular General. Put me onto the mother, talk to the mother. Mother, right now, sleeping out of her car. Right now. Because they told her to claim to adverse possess a property. And it didn't work. And she got kicked out the spot.
Islam, Grand Sheik.
Islam, more.
Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I was running upstairs before you went in and started talking about the mother. You were talking about all the information that the Moor should have got while he was with Sabir when he came with the notebooks.
Yeah.
Now, if I can show this right. Let me see. I don't know how to switch the camera. Is there a way? Let me see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a screen share thing on there. Oh, you just kicked yourself off.
Oh, they dropped him. But Islam.
Yeah, I think
Tariq, brother
yeah,
Tariq. Brother Tariq, what you want to know, man?
Islam. Oh, it's not that I want to know. I want to know everything. Like I tell people in my classes, I'm forever a student.
All right, Islam.
At that time, I was just trying to gain some further knowledge from what I thought coming into the movement at the time was a upright, independent, and fearless brother, and he wasn't. He's a fucking coward. Excuse my language. I'm just saying. Like that was really one of those things. Him and along with Rami, that was really one of those things that 1,000% beat in my head that the COINTELPRO and the sellout is alive and well.
It's real.
It sure is. Well, nevertheless, I see they got Brother Yusuf back off. Let me just make a quick comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to know about the walk of man, you start from the source. You go back 2.8 billion years ago and bring it back up to date. Find your way back here. That's how you do that. But for a quick fix though, just stay right here where you at right now and just listen. Brother Yusuf gonna give it to you the way Sabir should have given it to you. Islam.
Brother Tariq. Now look, right? Now when we had got the Grand Sheik out here in our territory now, and that's crazy too. The Grand Sheik been to so-called Massachusetts. We had him out here. The Grand Sheik, before he leaves, he just drops this box. He's like, here you go, Moore. everything. Everything. She redeems. I mean, he gave me rights of indigenous people, a bunch of newspapers. Look at Moors don't even know nothing about that. Those is classics right there. Look at that.
I wish I had it.
Classics right here. You're supposed to get newspapers. You're supposed to get civic lessons. You're supposed to get everything. I'm talking about all your astrology, clock of destiny. Now look, we're getting to the good stuff. Hold on.
See, stuff like that. That's exactly where I stay on rvbaypublications.com and Khalifa Media. Yeah, that's where I get all my. If I can't find it at a bookstore or a thrift store or whatever, then I get back online and find what I don't got from one of them. Support.
Because Grand Sheik, you gave me a bunch of CDs. I got all the Iron Sheik CDs. He gave me a bunch of stuff.
That's the one thing I don't have that I would love to at least view or something. Like I heard you mention a couple weeks ago, Grand Sheik, some of the older classes that are on VHS and stuff like that before DVDs and all that crap came out. I would absolutely love to watch some of those videos.
We're working on it. Don't worry. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's just
working on the Grand Sheik.
Remember those?
Real time. Yep.
Remember that? Classics. Look at Grand Sheik blessed me, man. Gave me a bunch of newspapers. This is the newspaper I was handing out at the festival here. And the little girl, she was like, she mouthed Noble Drew Ali. Because I was like, get your newspapers. Noble Drew Ali. And then she said, Noble Drew Ali? Like who? As to say, who is Noble Drew Ali? That was like a very special moment for me. And the Grand Sheik hooked me up with all my literature, all my newspapers for free. I didn't pay for none of this. I didn't pay for none of this. A whole box. Literature.
How come you didn't pay for it, brother Yusef? How come you didn't pay for it? How come Grand Sheik can ask you for 20,000 or 30,000? Tell her why he ain't asked you. Grand Sheik can't ask you for that.
Because nationality cannot be sold or transferred. It's unalienable.
Islam.
Grand Sheik blessed me with all that. I was going crazy. I was like going absolutely crazy when he gave me all this.
Sell out Rami. Sell out Sabir. All you turncoats. Dirty Moors.
Real quick. It was crazy when we had him up here. Now, when we had the Grand Sheik up here, Grand Sheik didn't ask for nothing. Nothing. He didn't ask for nothing. The Moors, that was up here, I had showed them around or whatever. Before they left, they gave me donations. But Grand Sheik was the one who did the lecture. They didn't give him nothing. Nothing. They gave me.
Wow.
Beautiful. They didn't give him nothing. I stood right there. It was like Grand Sheik don't get, like, I saw it. He didn't get anything. Nothing. He didn't want nothing. He was just happy
still gonna get love from us though. We love you, Grand Sheik. He gonna get love from us. And all you haters
Islam every day, all day. Islam.
All day.
All you haters can uncross your nipples. Haters.
So going back to this thing now. So this mother is living out of her car right now because the guy who did 5 years for trying to claim some property or whatever like that He convinced her to do that with her property. And then she got kicked out the spot. This is the consular.
A woman with a child caused that woman to lose her house. They think, and then, pardon me, Grand Sheik, and then they got on national TV and talk about Jamal and said the wrong thing. What are you talking about? Them foreigners. What are you talking about, idiot? I apologize, Grand Sheik.
Oh, it's all good, more. Get it out, yo. Better you get it out here than bumping into these people and doing something dumb.
I'm good.
Because
divine law plans for us all. I just had my jaw broke. Ain't been 3 months ago. Didn't get a scratch on my face and didn't taint my heart. I still here. Islam. So bring it, haters. I have no love for haters at all. At all. They get zero from me, man. They get zero. Absolutely nothing. How can you not love your mom? And she brought you behind here. Carry you in her stomach for 9 months. Nourished you. Cultivated you. Loved you and brought you to life. And you were out here screaming all this BS. Notice how everybody, when they get a camera in front of their face, they always say, "Hi, Mom." How come they'll never say, "Hi, Dad"? Haters. They straight hating on love. Pure love. Genuine love.
Yep.
What love is greater than a mom love? Only divine law. Prophet Noble Drew Ali can stand in those shoes as far as I'm concerned. And in that order. Divine law, mother, and Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't care what none of them haters say. Prophet Noble Drew Ali reconnected us to nativity, reconnected us to our mom, reconnected us to love. And once you find love, you already know what follows. Truth, freedom.
You gotta get it all. Or you don't got
and justice. Yeah. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Pardon me. And if you don't follow the principles, divine law will come and get you. Trust me. Came and got me. Just 3 months ago, I had my jaw broke. Guarantee you, pain is the ultimate teacher. Trust me on that. Because divine law controls everything. Everything. Every thought you have. Think about that, haters. So all the haters was made and created for exactly for who they are, and it's showing. So all who have eyes, look at them. And all who have ears, listen to what they say. Because they don't speak the truth out of their mouths. Everything is contradicting the principles, maximum principles, which are associated with nation, nativity, and nationality. All that comes from mother. That don't come from, I apologize, no masculine energy. I love you, Dad. But you don't get more love than mom get. I apologize. Mom get more love than you, knucklehead. Because I've seen where you mistreated love. Saw with my own eyes. And you continue to try to mistreat love. But this BS across the board. Y'all know man comes from woman. He got a belly button to prove it. Stop it with the BS. And he can't carry you in his back. Forget about it. If you think that's going to happen, you'll never be here. Across the board, as far as we know, the normal way coming here is through the womb of woman. The normal way. The normal way. Y'all know how all them other ways, how they get here. Anyhow. But the normal way for natural people to get here is through the womb of woman. Through a woman. Not from a man. So they can stop with all this Caitlyn Jenner BS. Like for real. Scimitars, all they get from love on this side, natural principle side. I guarantee divine law will guide that sword right upside their neck. Guaranteed. As you can see, they all falling down. Islam, I hold the floor.
Islam. Yeah. Is any more have anything to add? All right, man. No, it's all good. All right. Anyone's got anything else to put on the record there?
Yeah, speak your mind. Put it out there in the air. Speak your fifth dimensional mind. Don't ever think you don't have anything to say important. Somebody's listening. So say what you have to say.
Islam.
Yeah, more good.
I just want to add on because I gotta speak because a mother was damaged, because of what this Moor who the Grand Sheik been trying to show another throughout his videos that this the badge guy, right?
Yeah.
Who had the flashing lights for Taj and all of that.
Yep.
Grand Sheik been saying it for years to look out for this dude. For years. Because now but I gotta give it to the person who got suckered in because I don't understand. Like, okay, Grand Sheik, why do they always find you after they got damaged? They didn't know who you was before they got damaged. Like it just seems like we always get the after effects of somebody getting robbed, and then they find Canaanland Moors. I always feel that they knew who Canaanland Moors was and Cujo was, but they still did the dumb shit and got played anyway. Because let me go see if this is really what it is. And then once they got played, they called Cujo crying. Like that's what over the years, this has been years of the same thing. Somebody calling. So I'm asking you, Grand Sheik, do these people know who you are or you don't know?
They might know who I am, but not as somebody to go to. They might just know from somebody said or whatever. Like they're not in tune like that. Because like that's part of the thing when we say that it's not even on. It's not.
So let's set the record straight from Grand Sheik. All roads lead to Canaanland Moors from the Giddy Up. RV Bay Publications.com. That's it. Grand Sheik Tariq Bay. All the master teachers, y'all know who they are. Sabir is not a master teacher. Sabir is a creep. I apologize, Grand Sheik, man. I apologize, soldier.
Okay, you already know. You already know we're gonna let you get it out, boy. It's all good.
And I'll speak to that too, Grand Sheik, if I can, real quick, because I I had to heed Grand Sheik Cujo's warning to me. I didn't know Grand Sheik from a can of from another brother walking down the street at all. And Grand Sheik reached out to me and let me know, hey, Moore, I see what you're doing. XYZ, be careful, watch out, look out for. Sure shit, a week later, who in my face? At my house, no less. From across the country. Literally. The head of the Moorish American consulate.
Wow.
Literally. I had to heed Grand Sheik's warning. Now, granted, I'm not saying I took. Oh,
You
well, Grand
listen.
Sheik Cujo said do
Let
this,
me
so
just
do
make this
this.
comment, Tariq, and then you
Yep, go
just
ahead.
keep going. Grand Sheik is a prophecy. Know that, y'all. One of Prophet Noble Drew Ali prophecy. That breath you breathing and hearing right now, Grand Sheik, that's a prophecy. Haters, where you prophecies at?
Islam.
Go ahead, brother Tariq. I
You
yield the
killing
floor.
them, Dave. You killing them, more. You killing them. You tell them, more. Tell
The
them.
truth
No, that
hurt.
was it.
The
I
truth
just wanted
hurt,
to make
don't
that
it, haters?
statement, man. That I heeded the warning that was given to me. I didn't do what nobody told me to do. I saw with my own eyes. I listened to what I was told, and I saw it with my own two eyes. I stepped away, got just like I ran into this knowledge 1,000 miles an hour at a time. I hit reverse and went the other direction from that BS. Islam. Yield the floor.
Islam. Yep. And
I used to tell you years ago, Grand Sheik, I don't know who you are, but you're him. I used to tell you that years ago. Years ago. I was like, yo, I don't know who you are, man, but you're him. I know you're him. And Brother Bay nailed it on the head. That's what you are. And they're mad, Grand Sheik. They're mad. They're mad. You nailed it on the head, Bay. I love you for that,
Big
boy.
bad man ain't that brother yourself. Go ahead, finish him off, brother yourself. Finish
Because
him
that's
off.
exactly what it is. We all
Tell some
know
more truth so the haters can hate even more.
for that Canada, Noble Drew Ali talked about so-called Canada having a temple up there, Moors being up there in Canada, and for Grand Sheik Cujo to be the Grand Sheik of Canaanland Moors Temple. That's a prophecy. Like, you're not lying when you say that. Moors just, we take it for granted because we're chilling with the Grand Sheik.
Prophecy in real time, haters.
I love you for that, Moor. Islam.
Islam soldier. Go ahead, cut the grass down with some more, Grand Sheik.
Islam. So we want to give you a little something because we realize that you're only getting played because of this whole online stuff. That's really why you're getting played, because you think it's the same as the real world. It's not the same. It's not the same. Right, the web's pandemic, scams, and opportunists.
They need to go on TikTok with that BS.
Right. We just want to go.
They need to find them another platform. Like for real, natural principles over here all day and night. Eat, sleep, drink, eat it, all of it. Think about it all day and night, even dream about it. I love Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't care what haters say.
Honors to the Prophet. So in the conclusion of this article, bad actors are always trying to take advantage of internet users for their profit. But in a time of crisis such as the one we are living in, this presents a golden opportunity to increase their earnings. So like remember, like we're talking about earnings is not just filling up some account with something. Earnings is popularity. Earnings is fame. Earnings are things that, you know, somebody might sell their soul for. Why do they want to increase their earnings exponentially? Because they don't have a soul. And all those earnings is to fill that void. The void of whatever's going on with them that they never dealt with. That's why the opportunity is golden for them. Remember, Drew Ali tells you about, you talk about rubies and all that stuff, that's pebbles. Because it's not really a golden opportunity for them, because they're losing their soul while they're doing it. As more people are stuck at home nowadays and relying on the internet for shopping and entertainment, combined with the decrease in activities by many legit companies, creates the perfect storm for the bad guys to profit. Right, so remember, putting everything in context. So now that learning has gone away from sitting at the feet of the masters to just push the guy that's live, and you could sit at home and learn. You don't got to go to the library and all that stuff. The decrease of you getting it from the master teachers, which means that you're not just getting words and all that stuff, you're also getting energy. They might also be in the heat of the lecture, and then they reach out and touch you for something or whatever like that, hand you something, ask you a question, see what your response is going to be to something. This is at the lecture. It gives it a whole different meaning.
Islam, Grand Sheik. Islam. It showed us, and it shows you who the traders are. And it's obvious Sabir is one of them. Always screaming, pen pal. Send me some fiat. And Tariq, you got it first class. You don't bring that around me unless you got some donations. Came out of his own mouth.
Yep.
Islam.
Yep. Well,
That shit was seriously almost reverted me back to my old days. I started to punch that sucker in the face, man. That shit really ran me hot, man. Like, it made me mad, man. I don't know what you got that for, brother. Unless you got some donations. I'm just trying to talk to you. The hell you talking about some donations for?
Islam soldier, you handle that correctly. Don't hit him upside the head. Don't hit him upside the head. Hit him upside the head with truth. Exactly what you're doing right now, exposing the traitors. Islam soldier.
Where the world sees an international catastrophe, these bad actors see profit. Where Noble Drew Ali saw uplifting fall in humanity, these bad actors see profit. Profit, not prophet.
Right.
They see profit. That's their profit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why brands and individuals, especially those whose mission is to make the internet a safer place, are more needed than ever. Not to forget the police around the globe and other cybersecurity divisions. Remember context.
That's right. Keep it in context, soldier.
You already know who that is. So those whose mission is to make learning from the internet a safer place, so that you don't get played by these people throwing out their cash app every 5 seconds, playing BS music, keeping you in the dumb state. Right? Don't forget about the police around the globe, which are all the different Moors everywhere, who are wherever they're at. And then they come in the chats and they start doing mufti and they start putting scimitars on drones and bots and everybody else who's coming in here, you know, into the realm of learning this information, but they're putting out BS. They're trying to cause confusion. They're making slanderous statements. They're whatever like that. Right? That's the cybersecurity division. People that you don't even know about. That because they put something in the chat, just because they put something in the chat, it caused somebody to get their attention back to what their attention was to be on. As a closing line, we could not end this without acknowledging and thanking every person and organization fighting back. The first line of defense. They're talking about healthcare workers.
Moors Defense League.
They didn't know whatever like that. We're talking about all you Moors. All you Moors worldwide. All you Moors who are fighting back. But especially the first line of defense Moors. Acknowledging and thanking you for knowing the truth about your nationality and birthrights and passing that information on. And there's more to what these guys did to the mother that we can't even, we're not even going it in that direction.
Please don't go there, because Tariq probably would have slapped Sabir upside his head. Please don't go there.
About Sabir, we're talking about the house claimer people.
I know the guys that did the thing to the woman.
Yeah.
But all of them doing crappy stuff to people, innocent people with sincere hearts. All of them need to be slapped upside the head. They really do. They need to be hung from a light pole. And the way you do that is with law. Mm-hmm. Put that law on them. Put truth on them. Scimitar with law, with jurisprudence. Speak the truth. Islam, soldier.
Islam. Oh yeah, I forgot this one too.
Put up a comment and say I want 20,000.
I forgot about this one. Now this one should be interesting. This one should be interesting. Check this out. This is a crazy one. This is a crazy one. I never knew it was this crazy.
Islam, so but remember, he did take his turban off, and he went back to that status. It's illustrated in his language. Uh-huh. Remember, when you hear this one here.
Yep. What about this one?
Noble, mighty ones, we getting it. Check it out. You know, so look at what we got. These are those limited editions. You see what I got? All back up in there. You're looking at 2,000 Matt D's. Got stacks, I got piles of them up in here. You know? It's all up. I got a lot of bags too. Those are for my cards and stuff. But my phone blocker bags, and I still got more. I got a few hundred in here. Still got more Matt D's up here. And I have the other Matt D's, some more Matt D's in here. Some of my cases. Then I got about another 300 cases over there. So, yeah, this is what you call uplifting fallen humanities, nobles. This is how we do it. Yeah.
More got any thoughts on that?
Yes, Islam.
Yeah, that's a
I
story.
thought
That
you
ain't
were gonna get that to
uplifting
Sabir, but Nine Feathers, he all
That's
of
a
them
bodega.
included. Brother Yusef, you saying something?
No, I'm just saying he robbing the people. That's a story. That's not uplifting fallen humanity.
And he can't read. He showed
Like
everybody he can't read and interpret the words that come out of his own mouth.
I don't know how far Google email go back, but I sure need to go search. I'm glad you played that, Grand Sheik. I sure need to surf through some older emails when I was involved with the BS consulate or whatever they want to call it or whatever. Before he left, he joined part of the man. I got to go through some emails. I send them. If I find them, I'll send them to you.
Islam, we need to see them too. Put them all on blast. Keep them out there.
And you talk about incompetent. I mean, his actions showing that he incompetent. But I got some emails where this brother typing. He just like he speak. That's how he types. So I'm sure it's how he writes, and it is extremely incompetent. Extremely.
Islam.
Somebody said
Islam. And all that stolen stuff he stole from C.M. Mosley. Stole that from the Clock of Destiny, trying to claim it as his. Thieves, that's what they are. Thieves. They preying on innocent people and posing behind cars with those that they getting ready to fly off somewhere. Idiots. Don't follow them. They idiots. They preying on innocent people.
Promoting something Moorish nationality travel document, and you in a whole nother continent.
Yes. Yes.
You ain't halfway across the world. You across the world. For real. Like my little cousin say, for real, for real.
It's for real, for real. All that. I leave him with all that stuff he got. I wouldn't purchase not one bit of it. Anybody in their right mind, they need to go do some research on that man. Honestly.
Why wouldn't you? Because it looks good. It's got the tassel and it's the leather bounding and all that stuff. Why wouldn't you want it? It works. You can get on a plane with it.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
Once you put these glasses on, you can't take them off.
He can't even read. He just showed us he can't read. And he exactly typed just the way he talk. Because that's all he knows. He's scamming. He think he look good. And somebody like him.
Right, then this is why we do this. Brainstorming made the point.
Mm-hmm.
Why people look at Moors as a joke because of these people. They're not going to look at the Moors who are sincere to see that Moor isn't a joke. They're going to look at the idiots who are being Moors and say that's the example of what Moors are and detach themselves from it.
No, it's not. And they all going to find out because it has nothing to do with national principles. How you going to go? What's a passport? Really? His passport? He's a nation. He be handing out passports. No, he's not. He don't have anything to do with the nation all the way on the other side of the country. What is he talking about?
Other side of the world.
Of the world, I apologize. Over here, though, we Moorish Americans. He way over there. He way out of the jurisdiction over here. How you be claiming Moorish American and he way over there? He ain't even in America.
That would be more Chinese. The prophet didn't bring the Chinese.
Man, it really is sad, honestly. Although we may laugh about it, it really is sad. Across the board, all of them dirty. Got that woman sleeping in the car with her baby and it cost her to lose her house with BS. Because none of it works and it showed us because they rejected it to our face. Only thing they accept is Prophet knows you Ali. That's all they accept. When they gonna learn? Divine warning to the nations. Prophet know what you Ali. Didn't say anything about minister. Said prophet. And all his prophecies are here. If you don't enforce the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution, 7 Article 10 Bill of Rights, along with all treaties, you will get mistreated. You will get George Floyd across the board. I don't care what they say. Just look at it. It's proven it. It's doing it so you can see it. Across the board. If they're not bringing maximum principles, across the board it would not work. It's getting rejected.
The highwaymen told him, remember, we kill black people. He
Right.
Said, he told them.
Out of his own mouth. And you keep playing these Negro games with these knuckleheads, gonna end up in the coffin. Gonna end up in a bottle. gonna be somebody lotion. Or in a pill form. Helping somebody sleep at nighttime. Islam, I hold it low.
Grand Sheik, I had a quick question, real quick. It's not necessarily off topic, but okay. So the other night I got invited to a podcast with a brother, and he asked about the movement, where it was going, this, that, and the other, and I stated that it was disheartening, and that I'm upset and pissed off with some specific Moors, i.e., Sabir, Rami, and some others or whatever. But so in saying that, I mentioned to him to where I had to get some tougher skin because just like, I mean, it's in the literature, just like the prophet dealt with snakes in the grass back in his day, 100 years ago, we are what our foremothers and forefathers are without doubt or contradiction. So would that go to say, just like the prophet dealt with snakes in the grass in his day, them, excuse my language, them fucking snakes in the grass is the same snakes in the grass now. If your great grandma was a traitor to the cause,
you're a traitor. Yeah.
You okay? I was making sure. I just wanted to make sure I was on the right path, and I wholeheartedly believe that if it was snakes in the grass and shit back then in the 20s when the prophet was dealing with it, we gonna have to deal with it now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And think it goes back further than that. Didn't Cain kill his brother Abel?
Cain killed Abel. I'm a twin. I done went into that in my twin brother and his Masonic side and all that shit several times, and that's I relate to that story. Cain killed Abel.
Right.
And in that theory, I guess I'm Cain. No guess, without doubt or contradiction. I'm Cain.
Ain't this Canaan land? Ain't this Canaan land? Tariq?
Islam.
Tariq. Islam, Grand Sheik. We hold the float.
Islam. Nobody else pushed the thing, so Islam thought.
Haters better not push with that BS. We're gonna scimitar them.
Yeah, we just wanted to get that out there, just so you know, so you can't say you weren't told or whatever like that. That these people out here playing games with you. So you better, find yourself in tune with what you should be in tune with. I want to give honors to all the Moors on the platform. came on today. Give their little piece. If you want any more have any closing remarks, you can take all those right now.
Yeah, why didn't Lamont show up with the badge and the flashing lights when they was kicking his sister out? Where was the flashing lights at then? In the sirens and
He was over there
the
with 9
badges.
fellas buying some MacD.
Oh.
He was over there with 9 fellas. All them riding in the same boat together. They sleeping in the same bed. And Cisco sleeping up under the bed.
Yeah, and also too, before
They sleeping in the bed and Cisco up under the bed. They on the Oprah Winfrey show, man. With them spook stories. Islam.
Don't forget as well, the 17th, 7:30 p.m. The Church of Reawakening Minds is bringing you Taj Tariq Bey.
Every time you say that shit crack me up. Cause I swear I thought and have been thinking that exact same thing since the introduction of quote unquote Dr. Nyala.
It's registered as an organization. It's not national principle. Unfortunately, we love I stand corrected.
Just remember, we're saying it now, right? All you followers who are gonna ride Rod Hayes' dick after Friday because Taj Tariq Bey was there, and he said since he's there around him, then he just keeps his mouth shut and let people talk. And then you're gonna follow because this guy who we've been telling you, watch this guy because he's friends with Farrakhan and all that stuff. He doesn't talk negative about stuff. He called people black and all that. Told you watch these people. These people told you more means black and all that. These people calling themselves 2 European names, and then you're not picking up on something because Taj Tariq Bey went on Church of Reawakening Minds with Rod Hayes. That means that he's qualified now? No, it doesn't. Just like Shalimar Bey wasn't qualified, he was on the stage with Taj Tariq Bey, wasn't he? Tracy Gale Bey, she's not qualified. Lamont, she's not
all
qualified.
of them was on the stage with him.
Who else?
Taj the only one qualified.
Well, Rami wasn't Rami on stage with Taj Tariq Bey? How come all these people around?
Sabir was on the stage with him too.
Sabir was on stage with Mass Teacher too. How people?
Yeah, got videos, got public receipts.
Sold out. How come they sold you out?
Because they don't have a soul.
Taj saying the same stuff that he's been saying for 50 years or whatever. But then these new people are not saying anything that he's saying, but you're saying that he's sanctioning them because he was in a picture with them. So that means acknowledges the Mahdi because he was holding it. So because he's holding it, that means that's the document that we all should use, which is why he went on and got 20,000 of them or whatever like that. Because all right.
Chalet Moore Bay was in the picture with Taj too, and well, we all know how that went.
I don't even think Taj took that Matt D from him. Tried to give it to him. I don't think Taj took it. I don't think Taj took it. I don't remember Taj taking it.
We're not even going from whether he took it or not. We're going from them picture of him holding it, and they're using that as that makes it what it is. When that doesn't make it what it is, who's Taj Tariq Bey? Because he stands with somebody, that means what? He's not Noble Drew Ali. Where you get now? You tell me 9 Feathers came out with Noble Drew Ali. Now that's a whole different thing now. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, he be walking on water. He got bit by a bat. You think he brought out Prophet Noble Ali, Islam.
If 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 Mahdi had a picture of Noble Drew Ali holding the Mahdi, now we could talk about something.
I guess Bob Marley okayed it too. Got a picture of Bob Marley in there too, don't he?
Yeah, you do.
And Beyonce, you know.
I forgot about that. He does.
Idiots, straight idiots. And they putting on, they putting themselves on camera, showing you they can't read. Forefather, idiots.
Right. We know they don't want to see it. They just want to play follower. But just remember, 6-8 months from now, right? When Roddy is the consular general of the Moorish, whatever like that, and they got the thing for you to join up to and all that stuff. Remember where you heard it first. That's all we're saying. Just remember where you heard it.
Brother Rich had Rod Hayes on his channel. It was Rod Hayes, one of them pills, and Rich. I said, now look at this crap. Look at this. Why is Rod Hayes going on his little carnival? His little, who is this Rod Hayes? I don't even know who you are. Why is he, how did he get on Brother Rich channel? We talking about a platform that has some of the greats on there. You know what I mean?
Didn't he say he was Thought or somebody like that?
No, his name is Rod. That's Roderick.
Right.
His name is Roderick.
Right. Exactly. No national titles at all. He called himself Thought.
Macaroni stand.
Idiots. I just own my saying, fuck nationality. F nationality.
Yep.
I just own mine. He said F nationality. Listen to what he said. F nationality?
Who said it?
Sark.
Oh.
Rod Hayes.
Yeah, but we can be aliens and all this other stuff from other planets. We can be all of that, but nationality, no.
Yeah.
He about to come down to earth.
None of that. And don't forget, just like Brother Yusuf said, Rod is Rodney, Roderick. Don't forget, Roderick fought against the Moors. Don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, King Roderick. Oh, you're the man, Rich.
Islam. Keep us focused, man.
I forgot about it.
Don't forget your boy Roderick.
That goes back to what the boy was saying earlier. Them same sellouts, predating. We talking about Noble Drew Ali, Kane. You know what I'm saying? Roderick, King Roderick selling out. That was the more.
Farrakhan, Nation of Islam, all them reincarnated wannabes that took Prophet Noble Drew Ali, tied it to the grave. They had like hundreds of them died. You go to the funeral homes, they got Prophet Noble Drew Ali dying in 36 and 37 and 38 and 39 and 40 and 41. For real? They about to stop playing? Again, divine warning to the nations on the planet. Prophet Noble Drew Ali walked the planet. Play with it if you want to, haters. White buffalo. White buffalo.
You gonna eat one at a time? One macaroni at a time?
All of them get scimitarred. All of them across the board because they have no heart. It's illustrated in their behavior. How you not gonna stand
punch on your fucking nose? You want me to punch on your nose?
I love Moors. Punch him more.
No, you don't, Tariq. You did it. You do the right thing. Keep your hands to yourself and hit him with that law.
Speaking about behavior, there's another one. More just sent another one right now. More just sent another one. It's just. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. This is sharing an experience I had that taught a valuable lesson. Back in 2014, I flew the Moor out from Khalifa territory to New Amsterdam, New York territory. On top of that, I had to get a bus ticket round trip from Amsterdam to my territory, North Carolina. Not only did I get a ticket for him, I had to get one for a female friend he was bringing at the last minute. The Moor was 4 hours late for the lecture to start with. He stated that he had lost all his material to lecture, including computer, DVDs, etc. The Moor didn't talk about anything. This was before the traveling. The Moor lied about losing his materials 2 days after he was live with all the materials he said that he had lost. The Moor also charged 10 times the amount for another Moor's literature. This lesson learned was to study sincerely, and all will be revealed. Even good Moors such as yourself. Give thanks for all that you do, Moor. A free Moor Navi Bay.
I meant to bring that up, Grand Sheik. I don't know how I slipped my mind. So in that 2.5 hour lecture of BS where he was talking about his travels to Cordova and all of that stuff, I can contest and I witnessed him. I don't know if I won't go and say I don't know if he got permission from RV Bay or whatever or Taj to sell, but Clock of Destiny, you know, the lesson books, lesson book 14, lesson book 5, the green one, the red, he was selling those. He was selling those at that class, at that seminar, alongside with his $45 calendar, $40 calendar that he was selling that had nothing but pictures of where he had been.
And what that reminds us of? Don't that remind us of Nine Feathers, where all this BS he trying to sell people that should be free?
500,
doesn't it?
500 boxes of stuff, you got to pay for it.
Across the board, they get the scimitar. Across the board, because they don't have no love for the nation. It's obvious. It's illustrated in their behavior. You can't come out on public platforms and behave like you don't have national principles. You can't do that. Look at the company Sabir is keeping. Talking about she gay, and then he had the gay guys on his platform the other day, talking about I'm part of that community and all that other stuff. And then the guy with the eyeglasses, he looked kind of sweet. You know, I'm like, for real? Stop playing. Then he meeting people at coffee shops where rainbows hang out at. Did he move to San Francisco? Did he move to San Francisco? He said he was on the West Coast, right?
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Cali somewhere.
Cali somewhere. Out there. That's real close to San Francisco. I don't care what you say. How you gonna move from Philly? Philly, our capital. Well, he trying to charge people for a bus tour all the way out on the West Coast. Even that's still part of our land.
Let him tell it. When he in Philly back in the day when he was in the streets, he didn't get stabbed up and all that other stuff. Right? Did they run your ass out of Philly?
Because his heart is not pure. He doing mischievous stuff to people, and it's coming back on. Karma coming back on him. It's not going missing. It's not going to missing.
Listen,
So,
none of them are going to be missing.
no. Divine law is not playing with me, nobody. I can't beat divine law. I'm not even going to try to wrap my mind around it. I'm just going to move out the way and throw my hands up like divine law. Hey, turn my head to the sideways and say, please don't hit me because you know I'm on your side.
Hey, and he got shot in Philly, okay? And you know what you got to do for somebody to go around and want to kill you, knowing that they about to put their life in jeopardy, go to jail for the rest of their life? They ain't care about you. So what did you do to this man that he wanted to kill you back in the day? Because now you left Philly. And he don't
Probably
talk, you know,
Islam soldier,
national
probably some of the
principles.
same thing what he doing right now. His
Yeah.
behavior has
He can't
turned
work.
a 360-degree turn from what true principles are. Took his feds off,
Negro, black, and
his
colored.
language, Negro all the time. Stop that. He casting spells on his own self with the language coming out of his mouth.
Promote and keep promoting Negro games so they can keep that colonization and social and colonization takeover part of the people. With him being shot in his head, and like I keep saying over and over again, he get an SSI check. He get a disability check for being shot in his head for an incident what he was doing when he was Negro, black, and colored. And now he can't, if he worked, which we all see, he's capable and fit enough to work. But he's not because he gets a disability check, not because he thinks he's a celebrity and he gets 11 million a year. No, that dude gets a disability check. And now he need more finance because you already know it's only the disability check is a fixed income. Now he's doing side jobs.
Mm-hmm. All of them gonna catch the scimitar, brother yourself. KRS, all of them, brother yourself. Pardon me. All of them gonna catch the scimitar. KRS, Rami, Rod, and the list gonna watch him. Just like Grand Sheik said, who you heard from first.
He's waiting on his check too.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see him, he's doing an interview sitting on his bed. Let me see something different. Go outside or something with your swollen stomach. Go do something athletic. Get up. He's sitting there just talking.
Other than getting up, talking, let me go get my lighter so I can fire up another cigarette or cigar or something he's smoking. That's the only time he get up.
Wow.
Get up. Sitting there in that same gray and blue t-shirt every day. I'm tired of that. Or white beater, that gray white beater he be wearing.
Don't worry about it though. Mothers, all they got to do is think about it. And all of them in trouble once she get upset. You can't beat your creator, and everybody know that we came from a woman. I don't care what they say. You can't beat your creator. No one is greater than their creator. All natural people come out the womb of woman. How you gonna be better than her? And everything that's in you comes from her. Everything that's in you comes from her. Part of it comes from your dad also. You're not gonna neglect that fact.
He got that from his mother.
She still carried. If it wasn't for mom carrying.
That part that he got from his dad got that from his mother. So that's go back. Yeah.
Islam, so y'all stand corrected. Islam. On the nail. All of them come from mother.
That's
True, in fact, across the board. So stop playing on love, man. Because once divine law, when she make her mind up, all of them in trouble. And her mind is made up. It's being rejected. Wise men follow the stars. It's written. Astrological. Follow the stars. It will not lead us wrong. Islam.
Islam. Oh boy, might as well ask the Moors what they think about this one.
Is this real watermelon? It don't taste as sweet as it used to. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. They really taking out the black. They making it white. White seeds. What the fuck? Can I plant this? Will it grow? Aha. What up, y'all? It's me, Tiffany Haddish, and I know you know it's me, but I just want to make it clear that it's me. And I have a public service announcement, or really a question to ask the United States of America. What the fuck happened to watermelon? When did it get white seeds? Where are the fucking seeds? You know, I read in a book one time that you want to eat things that got seeds so you could be fruitful. When did watermelon start having white seeds? Is this real watermelon? It don't taste as sweet as it used to. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. They really taking out the black. They making it white.
Tiffany Haddish said
that's Tiffany Haddish, right?
Yeah.
Is she married to a European? She took the seed out the watermelon. She did. That's why all the seeds went out. That's why she ain't got no white. That's why she only got white seeds in her watermelon now. Islam.
Ain't she married to a European? He took the white shell. More ripped her.
You better go get a cantaloupe or a mango. Stop playing with the white seeds.
That's what he got.
Playing. She was a judge or something like that too, right? Listen, I think I heard somewhere that she was a judge once. I think I heard somewhere. I'm not for sure, but I think I heard somewhere that she was a judge once. And she used to let all the sex offenders go. Give them a lighter sentence and do what that judge did to that woman. Put sisters in the car and stuff, make them lose their house. She's not right. She took the oath. She took the bag too. That's why she on public TV. And everybody know who own them stations. So she can stop playing.
Any of them, just like although he's still unconscious and very niggerish, so to speak, Willie D, the rapper Willie D, even will say it, man. They are all sellout. Uncle Tom, Sambo ass sellouts. All of them. NFL players, NBA players, all your movie actors, all your big time comedians. They took, like you said, they took that oath. They were chasing that bag. When the prophet said, in my studies, some of the very first literature that I read, and I can recall to this day, it said, and I'm paraphrasing, something to the effect of, once you put these glasses on, you can't take them off. The first thing that will be affected will be your wallet. Yeah. The first thing. They don't want that. I told that brother the other night on that podcast that I feel 1,000% that is the biggest turn off to the Negro, black, and colored, is because they're looking for a benefit. They want a benefit. If they ain't getting nothing from it, they ain't gonna do it. Not realizing that it's about your mindset.
That's right. That's why Grand Chick Nature said years ago. But bet you, if these people had to get their check in L or Bay, there'll be more tomorrow.
In a heartbeat. That's like Kyrie Irving. They told him, I ain't taking the jab. Okay, well, you can't play at home. Okay, well, I ain't taking the jab. Oh, well, we're going to have to cut your pay. Okay, he stood on his square. I bet you won't. Nobody else in the NBA going to do that.
Islam soldier, all of them took the bag.
Now look. Now look too, I was told by one of them an NBA ex-lawyer that in their contracts, because I was wondering why NBA players don't never get together and try to make their own NBA, or NFL players, or baseball players, or any player in the professional sport that looks like us start their own league that came out of the league because they signed undisclosed contracts that they never would do. It's in their contract that they'll never get together and put a league together. Mm-hmm. They signed that. That's why we never have one. They gave you Ice Cube in the Big Three. That's what they gave you.
Yeah, have their own league. Yeah.
And that's Ice Cube. That's not NBA players. Yeah.
And we all know why it's Ice Cube. And we all know why it is Ice Cube, because baloney lives matter. That's the only reason, because of him. Baloney lives matter. Deep fried bacon legs matter. Little boy boat latches matter.
I need finance and I need it badly.
Say that again, brother.
I need finance and I need it badly. You don't see me out here selling no. You see me out here.
Brother Supreme.
All the finances going to the pale white horse on the cross. All their finances, the churches, they did a statistics. I think the churches some $1 billion. So finance is not the issue. We have finance. They just selling out. They being selfish. They got 7 houses, 13 cars, and 100 pair of shoes, and all kinds of jewelry. They sold out. They sold out.
Look at me. So they can play. Look at me. That's the only reason. I was listening to Brother Steve Coakley again today. The only reason why people accept all of this stuff, diamonds and gold, is because the people, we agree that this stuff has some value. But we can today say none of this stuff has value and agree on it. Throw all the gold in the street, throw all the diamonds in the street, and that shit won't be worth nothing. But because we love the fake shit, they love that fake shit. That's why it's gonna keep on going that way. They want the illusion. They love that. That love for the fake. Oh, what is it? This one dude, you guys play sick too much. That shit, oh, I'm tired. Your ass ain't tired. You just wanna, hey, look at me. You ain't tired. You playing sick. You that's our people. They're horrible. They're horrible. I had a long day. Nobody cares about your long day. Everybody had a long day. So what? You just want attention. That's another form of look at me. Yeah. No, that's our whole thing is look at me. If it ain't my clothes, my sneakers, it's I'm sick, I got a headache, it's look at me. That's our problem. That's our problem.
And what
look at me.
Right. And what they should be looking at, if they like the diamonds and the gold so much, is the land, because that's where it comes from. It don't come from no jewelry shop. It comes from the land.
How you gonna go dig for diamonds with nails on and Jordans on? How you gonna dig for diamonds and gold? How you do that with nails on and fake eyelashes? I want to know.
Yeah, but I got on the fresh new Jordan 12 mashups that they just released. They cost $400, and I got 2 pair of them.
Woo! Woo!
And I got a Matt D card. All them cows.
Man, yo, when I see you more, I'm gonna hug you so tight.
Man, I told my twin brother the other day. I told my twin brother the other day, and he laughed at me. I said, "Man, I ain't bought no new clothes in like 5 years. I promise on my life, I haven't bought." And I take that back because I got a couple of more sweatshirts and couple of Morris t-shirts, you know, that stuff supporting. But as far as and I come from the quote unquote 95 Air Max dope boy era. That's just, I'm 45 now, so I came from that era. That's just how I grew up as a Negro, black and colored. But even then, when I served time in the military and all of that BS, went over to Germany and all that stuff, and then came back stateside, I was still I was still an NBC, diehard NBC. But even then, I questioned and asked, wait a minute, man. It's like we get treated like gods over there, literally. But when you come back over here, they treat us like shit. Why? And now I know why. Because they know over there who and what we are, as opposed to over here. That's why.
Exactly. And over here, they playing that social construct because our country is under occupation. And those who are occupying our land agreed to help steal our resources and occupy our land through the Naturalization Act. Those are privileges to use public bathrooms.
The paper bulls and all of that too, before the Naturalization Act. We're talking 1492.
Islam, soldier. All that BS. Papa Bulls, Unum Sanctum, Unum Sanctum Bullers, Romanus Pontifex, Intercatera Divina, 60 QB Act, Doctors of Discovery, Christian Black Codes, all of it.
No more. That's how they killing us.
Yeah, we was talking about the diamonds and gold, just the resources just a minute ago. I did this little bit of research. I had to back out of that shit because I was getting so mad watching these dumbass shows on TV where all these pale-face hybrid Europeans got TV shows where they digging up our gold literally on TV in your face for you to see. And I started asking, like, man, we are, just like the brother just said, we are putting the value on that those diamonds and that gold. But my point was, all of these diamonds, you go to all these big diamond districts and all that crap up in New York and all that stuff, ask them where they get their diamonds from and who own those diamond mines or what land those diamond mines are on. Now, when you go to these jewelry stores and stuff in New York and all that stuff, anywhere across this landmass, I guarantee you don't know brothers own none of them diamonds, or we buy gold or sell your gold here. Yeah.
It's against the law.
That's just that shit crazy.
They won't let them in the Diamonds Club. It says in the Diamonds Club on their constitution, it say don't let none of them minority niggas in here. It say it in there. It say it in the Diamonds Club constitution. The Diamonds Club is what you're talking about in New York.
Right, and notice the language that they use: Negroes, blacks, and colors. They ain't mention anybody with national principles.
No, because they got
because they can't do it. That's why.
In there. They got them in there, but you're not gonna see Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't in the Diamond Club. No. You're at NCB. And all of those diamond mines are located in South Africa. They've been had those. Those go back to Cecil Rhodes, Rupert Murdoch, and Lord Esher, who were. That's how they built the state of Israel off of the diamond mines in South Africa. That's how Israel got built. They killed, bombed Palestine. All of the money came from diamonds from South Africa. That look like us digging up to make them people profitable.
I think Israel is really called Istanbul, the real name of that country over there, or Palestine. One of them.
Right. Palestine. They created a state off of the diamonds that they found in South Africa. When Cecil Rhodes used to go to South Africa and have sex with so-called African men and throw them over the cliff, because he only wanted to have sex with one man, not not the same man over again, so he would kill little South African men. While they, now, like Steve Coakley said, imagine you short one man in the diamond mines and Cicero's up there about to throw one off because he done, never mind. That's what we dealing with.
Right.
That's
Made
what
the
we.
man made the
I'm
man
glad
bend
that
over and touch his toes. Didn't like him. Then after he got friendly with him, he kicked him off the cliff.
And then what they hit us with, diamonds are forever. That's the propaganda to make us go fund them diamonds. Because like the boy said
Hating
earlier,
is forever.
we the ones buying them diamonds and gold, but we don't own none of them mines. We don't own none of them mines. None of them.
Because they allowed them to disconnect them from the land and
I
put
guess
them on
that's
paper.
I guess that's why I remain single, because I am quite content on running across a consort and tying a piece of straw into a ring and putting that on her finger. There go your diamond ring right there. Keep it moving. I ain't buying no gold or no diamonds. That's just how frugal I
Make
am.
sure.
But Grand Sheik, do you have an opinion on this? What was it? 320 tons of gold that was just found.
Oh, I put that on the thing earlier. Just that.
Prophecy. Pardon me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? They kicked the Europeans out their land. Axe Idi Amin, and now mountains of gold got revealed to them. Same thing Drew Ali.
As the prophet said it would be.
Same thing Noble Drew Ali said. So one, it's to get the Moors to get a slap to realize that their prophet really is a prophet. Shit's real. And to think about, well, okay, so if they did that there, what happens if everybody starts getting these people off their land? Is it going to be revealed to everybody? Because whatever they talk about, 300 trillion or whatever, that's absolutely, there's no debt on the continent right now. They could, matter of fact, say clear the world's debt if it's like that.
Islam.
And remember, that's just one spot. If we go to the surrounding areas, I'm pretty sure you realize these people have been living on mountains of gold.
Yeah, they need to. Hopefully they get De Beers out of there too. That's them. That's the diamond. That's the kings of the diamonds right there. So
right. That's who controls the value.
Yeah.
You need to destroy who can control the value. At any moment, De Beers can say diamonds is worth from 1.5 million to $5. They control the value. They control how much diamonds get sold a year. They control how much gold gets sold a year. They control all of that. They control the value. That's very important. Whoever controls the value controls the people. Mm-hmm. So that's why I be concerned, because now they got revealed all those mountains of gold. Now whoever determines that value that's how much it's going to be worth. Because at any day, the beers can be like, well, gold's not worth that no more, and then now you're hit. Because those same people own the stores. We don't own money. We don't got our own money. They own the stores. They go into Walmart. I mean, they own Walmart's, the malls and stuff like that. So they control the value. They're gonna say what's what and what's worth. That's dangerous, man. That's very dangerous when you have that much power. That's a dangerous people. That's why I was like, man, if they say, well, gold's not worth nothing no more, now you just got a bunch of shiny stuff.
Exactly.
You have to hope that those people who found those gold, that they got something lucrative in business. They got some big towers, they got some school, and they accept your gold, and now you can come to my school. They have to agree upon that. But if De Beers says the value is no more, and they control those stores ain't gonna accept your value. And that's what goes on. That's why I know you come see Brother YouTube and come get some lettuce and broccoli. Yeah.
see, Grand Sheik, look at this. I just got a notification. Official office hours with Dr. G presents Robert McRae. Live on the land. Man.
They're all about getting them views up. Show whatever so we get them views up.
She's still playing church, man. That's having a guest preacher every Sunday. That's all she's doing is having guest preachers come to her church. And what they do, they pass an extra plate. They pass the plate for the regular church, and then for the guest speaker, we're gonna pass the plate too. That's what they playing over there. It ain't nothing to uplift the people. Dr. G is watching her subscribers and her viewers, and who's watching? Believe me.
I was trying to save some fiat about 8-9 months ago too to try to get out there to the East Coast just to go to what you call it, Grand Sheik, Church of We Awakening Mind, or Church of We Awakening Mind. Man, I wanted to go out there so bad just because of what Taj and I can't think of the brother's name that do the astrological reading, that do the little puppet stuff too. He was out. Yeah, I wanted to go see them brothers so bad, but it was the universe making no mistakes, and it just never worked out it never worked out for me to formulate it, for me to get out there, and I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't, because I'm afraid I would have snapped on her like, damn, preacher lady, what is you doing?
I said it before. The biggest thing that helped Dr. G was Corona. So now everything's online. That was a blessing in disguise for her. That helped her so hard, because it would have killed her to keep House of Reawakening Minds open and de jure Moors like us walking in there. Yeah. You know, like why Cujo not here yet? And saying it to her face, not typing it. You can't put me in timeout now.
Yeah, she quick to do that too online. She quick to kick somebody off her live if they say something she don't like.
She better thank whoever that Corona happened. She better thank them. That was the best thing that ever happened to her. Because now she can be the real internet, talk loud and tough and get real cut ties off and stuff. I was like, brother, you know what? If we was there, none of that would be going on. None of that. The way she be cussing sisters out on the platform and stuff, she wouldn't be doing that if they was at her church. She wouldn't be getting loud like that. She do that on the internet. That lady old and out of shape. She do not want none of that. No, they don't.
Islam soldier, just keep in mind, she said out of her own mouth, just take the information and study it. Just follow the information. Follow the information, she said out of her own mouth. She told them what to do, so they're not listening to her. That's their fault. That is their fault.
We know that, but we also know that she's very good at the words that she's using. She knows that the crowd that she's talking to, there's more incompetent people than de jure Moors. Like, we know that, right? Like,
Islam soldiers, but just keep in mind, divine law control everything, even Dr. G. Even Dr. G. So if they're not talking national principles or they contradict in themselves, it will be illustrated in their language. And then you just go by what they say. Go by what they say. And you monitor everybody's behavior, because everybody's sold out across the board. The great sellout is real. People start doing stuff for their own personal interest. Not national principles. I don't care anybody be around a master teacher, especially Taj. Should be influenced by him.
He's doing it on purpose.
I'm not no follower by any means, but you put me in Taj Tariq Bey, Grand Sheik Nature, uh, Grand Sheik Cujo. I turn into SpongeBob. I'm a sponge. I ain't saying nothing. I want to hear everything you got to say. I'm sucking it all up.
You know why? It resonates in your soul. You know it's true when you hear it. Because everything else is contradicting. You start saying, why is it contradicting from the truth? Somebody got a alternative motive going on. Especially when we supposed to be Great Seal. That's a nation. Todd's been teaching that for over 40 years. For over 40 years. I've been studying Taj for about 7 years now. I've been studying Dr. Eileen Bay about 7 years now. I've been studying Cujo, Canaanland Moors about 7 years now. I've been following Asir, Ducateers about 7 years now. Abdullah, all the grandmaster teachers. That's who you want to stick with. Stick with those who stick to national principles, because that reigns supreme. That is the law of the land. And anything contradict that has no standing whatsoever. Article 6 of the Constitution. They have no standing if they don't talk about maxims and principles concerning nation state. And language have meaning to it. Words have meaning to them. That's why they have jurisprudence, so that you can study law. Because that's the only thing that will save us. Not Rod with all that fuck nationality. Not Sabir with all that 20,000 for a bus ride. You probably get on the city bus over there in Philadelphia and see the same thing. For what? $1 and something and $2 and something? And just have him on the bus and say, see that building right there? Yeah. That's so-and-so. Right? You don't have to rent no bus out. You can get on the city bus and do that.
Yeah, you can, boy. I used to do when I was little. You be on the bus lost. Bus driver tell you exactly where you was at. Didn't he? Didn't he?
Islam told you. They need to stop. This is foolishness. People are really getting killed behind their foolishness. And divine law coming to get them. Across the board. Across the board, divine law coming to get them. Because it's a warning. Divine law warning to the nations on the planet. Prophet Noble Ali, hear that. Prophecies. We live in one right now, in our face. Grand Sheik. Make the connection. Stay away from 9 feathers. Stay away from those stealing people material, trying to sell it to you. What, you got a bulletproof backpack? Really? What that has to do with national principles?
Yeah, but look, it got a Moroccan flag on it, remember?
Don't mean anything coming from him. Honestly, don't. Because the material, he got it. He stole it from CM Bay. C. Mosley Bay, he stole the man material. Clock of Destinies. And then he put it in a Matt D passport. Mad TV, as far as I'm concerned, because it's not natural principles. People should really just step back, take a breath, and just start looking at others' behaviors and listening to their language. If it don't line up with the truth, then you just stay away from them, because the further and further they go away from truth, the closer and closer they going to get hurt by negative energy, because they ran away from the truth. The truth keeps you close to divine law as possible. And divine law is our greatest protector. And then you go away from your greatest protector, who gonna protect you? Me? You crazy. You on that island by yourself, especially when you get your coat pulled and then you decide to take off your fez and turban. And that's your crown.
Yeah.
That's a crown.
He took his off
He got
early.
from your mama. Even daddy got his from her. Stop playing. Henry Campbell's Black Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Free white man does not mean the Caucasian race.
Simple.
According to the Naturalization Act of 1870, they are not white people. That's a social construct. That's a status in society. That's a status in society. It has nothing to do with skin complexion. That's a crown that goes along with our affairs. That goes along with sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you're gonna get away from sovereignty, you're getting away from consanguinity. You're getting away from your hereditaments. You're just getting away from everything that you should be focusing on. The land. That's what ties you to a nation. And the nation is Morocco. That's why when everybody come here, they are told to put white on their passport. Because it's a status. See what happened when they shot that guy in the head over there 2 months later. Police had to turn himself in. That private commercial there had to turn himself in. He made a mistake. He been charged with murder.
That's how you know the traitors and the sellouts are real, when they take that crown off. You can't put your crown on and then take it off, just like that other idiot out there. And ain't it ironic that both of them idiots out there in the Khalifa territory now? But he took his crown off for a while, wasn't wearing it in his videos. Then he throw it back on. Now it ain't got a tassel on it.
Yep.
So what? You lost your knowledge or what? Or your knowledge was sold. You sold it. Which
exactly.
one?
Yeah.
He turned away from love. Islam, Grand Sheik.
Islam. Peace and love, Moors.
Islam.
Give thanks again to all the Moors.
Come on, we can go all night.
Yeah, for real. And Grand Sheik, before you go or whatever, man, brother, I just want to tell you, words can't express the gratitude and the thanks that I can give. I can't put it in words to say thank you, man. Just thank you for everything you do, from exposing these sellouts to the materials and literature that you put out and the support that you show to the honorable Moors. Brother, thank you. Islam.
Islam, so I think you just did it. You said you didn't know how to do it. You just did it fine. Islam.
That ain't enough, but I hope you get the point.
Islam, word.
You said you thank you. You said you don't know how to put it in words, but you just did. Islam, soldier. Grand Sheik feel you. I feel you. The whole world listen to you right now. Trust me, this is national. You're on national stage right now.
Islam. Peace and love, Moors. Honors to all. Islam.
Love you too, Grand Sheik. Love you, Yusef. Love you, Tariq.
What do I manifest and test? The rest is history. I got visions that it will happen, no longer a mystery. Can I live? It's like opposition trying to nitpick. Life gets rough, I need a quick flip. That note surround me like a yoke in the throat. I ain't lending and saving. I dish out and get nothing to the grave. They sold sin to color me like this money. Rights inalienable. They want to take it from me, so my visibility gets scarce. I'm jungle mode, chilling with the lions, tigers, and the bears. No SOS flare, cause it's me and the world. I ain't against it. My mind print press it, no guess shit. Telepathic senses, my son gets it. Who can mess with rain in the soil? This muddy beckon to carry on seeds when the war's threatened. I can imagine being in two places, same time, with a frame of mind to be able to save the seeds, pour the ride to the other side, live divine, leave this crazy past behind.
Times are rougher than rough, tougher than tough. To get to use them belly full, but they say it's not enough. 40% of the population locked up in handcuffs. They claim it's rehabilitation, but I'm calling it bluff. Cause what you learn is infiltration and how to be more corrupt. Unless you get that sensation and feelings start to erupt. From the Most High's inspiration and your heart gets touched. What causes daily meditation, but still to learn there's much. But some get suicidal cause their hopes get crushed. For daily tactics of survivalists, scriptures I clutch. And it gives us soul revival cause Mother, Father we trust. We finally made our arrival, still we're furious. But staying patient and calm cause we know we soon bust. Keeping the faith and stay strong, we maintain our focus.